terms of the Philippines, how far behind are we in comparison to other countries?
In what sense?
Well, progress economically, can we catch up to the rest of the neighboring
Yeah.
Asian countries?
So I think just from a context, Indonesia was behind us in per capita income. They've they've outstripped us, right? And they have 250 million people. We're 110, 120, right? And we were at one point we were sending people to Indonesia. We were actually much ahead of them. Um, Even I think Vietnam has uh, outstripped us on a per capita basis, right? I think we have an opportunity now because our growth rate should be much faster because of this demographic dividend. What we really need to think about is what are the things that we can do as a country that will accelerate that even further. To my mind, that is capital, and that should be, I think foreign capital should be part of that. We should invite that to come in because you cannot just work, continue doing. You need to be able to build capital formation, right? Not just the day-to-day activities, but you need to be able to build something, right? Go into automation, go into manufacturing, go into so that you can then create economies of scale. I think that's what we really need to do. Intellectual property is important. We need to invest in education. As a country that actually sort of exports labor, either physically via the OFWs or as service export to our BPOs and so on, we need to ensure that the inputs are at the highest price point as possible. And the way you can do that is to make them very competitive educationally, right? So if you think about if your people are your product, you want to make sure that you have the highest specs for those products, right? And the only way you can do that is to create that educational facility and capability that will allow them to create and access that price point. So I think there is quite a lot of things to do, but I think the opportunity is here right in front of us, right? Because demographic dividends are not, are very powerful, right? And so, because it's really more people participating in the economy, right? And so that's what we need to do is to figure out how we can accelerate that even further. I think technology is important. I think educational investment is important. And I think openness to capital and foreign capital is important. I think there should be more competition also, right? Because the lack of competition stymies innovation, stymies growth, right? Over the long run.
Okay.